Hello and welcome to ET Garage. I'm Eugene Tordo, and today's video, if you haven't been following, is about the Shade Tree engine build, which is sold. I will leave a link sometime during this video up here to the playlist and all that stuff. But that is sold, up and running and sold. And now for the bad news. The Corvette is down and out. Now, basically, this thing's been burning a lot of oil, and I also have a coolant leak. It's a real slow, super slow coolant leak, so it ain't that ain't big a deal. But it ain't from the head gaskets. I did a video on that. I'll leave a link to that up here too. And I went through. I decided I'm also getting a lot of what sounds like valve train noise. So far, I haven't been able to find anything bad. All the rockers are tight and all that stuff. The lifters might need a readjustment. But I went and pulled all the plugs and went down the cylinders with a bore scope. And I went down the cylinder mostly number 3. No, cylinder number 4. And the reason I went down there is the spark plug is soaked in oil. Spark plug for, I believe, cylinder number 5 is also soaked in oil, but it's nowhere as bad as cylinder number 4. And I will show you pictures from the bore scope up here. And I'll also show you the spark plugs. So here is, hopefully you guys can see that. Maybe I'll try and get a better picture on my cell phone and share it that way. But it's pretty much oil soaked. And this is how the rest of them look, the way they should look. And over here, cylinder number 5, I believe it is. Yeah, that's also oil soaked, as you can see. The rest of them look like they should. Yeah, these might look a little lean, but they're not. They're if you were to look down in there, you can see they're the right color. I'm running right at when cruising down the highway, I'm at 14.7 on steady load as far as the air fuel ratios, the wideband is concerned. But now I have to decide what to do with this engine. There are several options. I thought about not selling that and dropping that in. All I have to do is swap the intake, but that's already sold, so that's a no-go. So what I'm going to do, I think, is pull this motor and build like a 400 or a 406. I don't think this block is worth rebuilding anymore. This block, the history of this block is years ago, I bought a reconditioned block from Summit. I don't think they sell them anymore. They used to sell reconditioned blocks. And I'm going to guess that block probably, when it was reconditioned, probably had to have well over 100,000 miles. Let's just say 130,000 miles. I then built a 383 with that block and put on about 54,000 miles, broke piston rings, and refreshed it. Probably, I can't remember how many miles I put on that, but an easy 30,000. And then this 385 that it is now is probably about 20,000. So we're talking, I'm going to just say this block has over 200,000 on it. And I don't think it's worth refreshing anymore. That real slow leak I have, I've had this happen before, and these blocks will get a very hairline crack inside the lifter gallery, and it will seep at a real slow rate that the coolant evaporates, so it doesn't mix in with the oil, so you can get a milkshake. And it's quite possible that real slow coolant leak I have is that. You won't know unless I have the block magnafluxed. But I might do that. I might get this block hot tanked and magnafluxed and just put it aside. But for now, I got to concentrate on what I want to do. There's several things I can do. I can just pick up another reconditioned block. There's someone not too far from here that reconditions blocks, so I can get a good reconditioned block from him. I could buy a new block and build a 400. I could go to like Smetting Performance and buy one of their 406 bottom ends and just put my top end on that. I also got a lead on a brand new 1990 Tuneport motor, complete. And what I mean by brand new is it was used in the Corvette series. It was a backup engine, and it was only used in a couple of races, and it was well stored, and it motor basically looks brand new. It's basically a brand new motor with a few races on it. Bone stock. I could do that and then put this motor aside until I decide what I want to do. That would be, that's kind of, I'm not going to get that motor cheap though. That's the problem. If I get the block from Summit, you're talking about $2,300, not including shipping. And then the block still has to go to the machine shop and get honed. And when they hone it, they'll probably find some machining errors and want to machine it some more. And by the time I get that block back and put my stuff in it, I might be just better off getting the 406 bottom end from Smetting Performance. The problem with the Smetting Performance is they use low tension oil rings, and they use, I think, 2018 forged pistons. There's nothing wrong with that if you're building a high performance engine that you're just going to the track and putting boost under. That'd be great. It's just going to be a mild 406 Tuneport engine, so I don't need, I'd rather have the tighter clearance of the 4032. I think it's the 4032 aluminum pistons, and a standard tension oil rings, because it's going to see a lot of highway miles, because I like to travel and I like to drive this car a lot. Anybody that follows the channel knows that. So right now I'm just going to wait for that guy to show up. He should be here soon, and I believe that's him right there. Yep, that's him. That's the guy who's buying the motor. Oh, and he's got his own engine stand. Good. Oh, you got your own engine stand and everything.
I brought it.
All right. What's your name again?
Sean.
Sean? All right.
Nice to meet you.
Everybody, this is Sean. He's the guy who's buying that Shade Tree engine build.
Yes.
So,
excited to put it in an S10.
Yeah. Good. Here, come inside in case, I don't know, is it raining out there?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. Here's, I'm going to include paperwork with it. That's the cam card.
Yeah.
That's the cam card.
Beautiful.
And cam card, that's the flow sheet for the heads.
Yeah.
I had them flowed. And then the last paper, I think in the back, I printed out from my cell phone. That's, I use Virtual Dyno.
Oh, yeah.
So that kind of guesstimates your horsepower and your compressor, and you can use 87 octane. It should make 350 about 350 horsepower.
Perfect.
With that cam. Did watch the video, right?
I did, yes.
Okay. Because one thing you might want to do is something with that carb. Either get a better one.
Yeah, I have a Holly that I'm going to put on it,
Yeah,
so.
do that. Yeah, because that carb there it needs a little work, and like the choke isn't hooked up and stuff like that. I put duct tape over it for now
That's good. Just in case it rains.
Yeah, well, that and keep anything from depressed or getting in there and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
The spark plugs I used are used, so you probably want to pop new spark plugs in. And you might want to check out the distributor, because that distributor I picked up used and threw it on there. I just cleaned it up a little. The weights were sticking on it, and so I freed them up and lubricated them. But just, look over everything real good.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a bunch of small block Chevy parts, so I'll
good, excellent.
make it work pretty good.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
And I was surprised it ran as good as it did. Yeah. If it wasn't for that carburetor, it would have ran better, I think.
Yeah.
And I didn't bother to set the timing on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But it's set so where it will start up with no problem. I don't know if you've seen the video.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah. So you're good there. I did run the fuel out of the carb, so you don't have to worry about that.
Perfect.
I guess we'll go ahead and get this thing loaded.
Okay. Excellent.
All right. That went well. The Sean was a really great guy to work with and meet and do business with. So I appreciate your business, Sean. One episode ends and another begins. And the battery died in my Husqvarna ride-on, so that's something else. I've had this for some years. I don't know how many years I've had this. Maybe about 5 years. So yeah, I guess let's do a new battery. Next video, I'll hopefully have a decision on what I'm going to do with this. But in the meantime, everybody have a great day and God bless.